This morning, the Biden administration is set to announce a new policy that would protect about 500,000 illegal immigrants from deportation. Senior White House officials say this executive action, called Parole in Place, would give some spouses of American citizens a path to their own citizenship while staying in the country. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has more from the White House. And Tom, I received a press release from the White House this morning. They're calling it actions to keep families together. The Biden administration is saying that this is what they want to do, but exactly how would this program work, Tom?
Hey, good morning, Nick. Yeah, this is one of the biggest announcements in years tied to immigration relief, with President Joe Biden just this morning announcing details tied to the Parole in Place program. For our viewers at home, basically what this would do is it would grant a pathway to legal status and protection from deportation for illegal immigrants here in the United States for at least living here in the United States for at least 10 years, married to United States citizens. This program would also be tied to stepchildren of those United States citizens who are under 21 years old. And to put the impact of this announcement in perspective, according to the Department of Homeland Security, there's around 500,000 non-citizen spouses of United States citizens who would be eligible for parole in place. And that also applies to 50,000 children. The Biden team saying most of the people impacted will be from Mexico. And aside from needing to be legally married to a U.S. citizen and in the country for at least 10 years, the plan says eligible illegal immigrants also must not pose a threat to public safety. Under the current law, it's important to note that an illegal immigrant here in the United States can apply for a pathway to legal status tied to marriage, but they have to leave the country in order to do that. With this new announcement from President Joe Biden, those illegal immigrants can stay here in the United States as they wait it out. So again, this is a very big announcement coming from the Biden team, and President Joe Biden saying that the whole point of this announcement is to keep families together here in the United States.
All right, Tom, now that the announcement has happened, what happens next with this program?
Well, definitely expect some legal challenges. There's always going to be some big fallout and big opposition to big changes, especially when with the ongoing border crisis. Republicans likely to voice all sorts of opposition. In fact, right here to NewsNation, we spoke one-on-one with a United States senator who believes this announcement from President Joe Biden could actually worsen the border crisis. Take a listen.
Look, I very much have compassion for all these groups of people, but at the end of the day, we're just overwhelmed with the number of people that are crossing the border every day. The system is maxed out. We're not checking, verifying who these people are. That's why we have national security issues. You know, there's a process to go through.
And as part of this announcement that came down earlier this morning, President Joe Biden kind of addressing those possible court battles, saying he believes that this plan remains on strong legal footing. Nick?
Tom Dempsey at the White House. Tom, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.